Hey Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lavender Lay. I'm an intuitive tarot reader here on YouTube, and I mostly post anime themed tarot readings. For the past almost now 2 weeks, I've been pushing out some zodiac readings just to see what's going on over the next 3 months. So if that's something that you would like to get into, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you stick around. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So what we're going to be looking into for these next 3 months, we're going to get some current energy with the tarot cards. And then with the oracle cards, we'll look into what karma are you clearing, what self-care do you need more of over these next 3 months, astrological influences that may be impacting you, and then we'll get a final message from the angel number cards. So, Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, let's see what's going on for you currently. Spirit, from my Scorpios, sun, moon, rising, what is going on for them currently? What's going on for my Scorpios, sun, moon, rising? Ooh, I hit the camera. Alrighty, you've got the 3 of Wands, and then the 2 of Pentacles. Both are in reverse. Oh, completely forgot that deck is right there. And then, let's see, I had a whole bunch that just fell out. The 6 of Pentacles, Death in the reverse, Knight of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. See if I can get these all in the camera. That's about as good as it's gonna get. And the back of the deck is the 8 of Wands. Interesting. Alrighty. Where do I begin? There's something that you guys have been kind of like trying to balance out in your lives, and it kind of just wasn't working. This is kind of like a sort of a difficult energy to read. Not that it's necessarily bad, just because we do have the 10 of Pentacles, you know. I do like to see we have the Knight of Wands here as well, because you know that's some passion that's right there. And then of course the 6 of Pentacles is also you know generosity. It has an energy of like generosity and stuff, but I feel like there's some sort of transformation that you've been resistant to, and it's just like you were trying to balance things out, and it's just like balance things in your life in a way that's just not really working out. And because you're so resistant to just letting this transformation happen, I feel like Spirit is going to force you into a position where you have no choice but to transform. Like, you're gonna feel like you're gonna be put into a position where you're gonna be like, all right, well, this is working out for me, so now I don't have any other choice but to, you know, make this other thing happen. It could be something financially, just because we've got those two, like, we've got 3 Pentacles cards, and then 3 Wands cards. So yeah, something to do with your passions, and then something to do with your money. And it's going to be happening quickly. Like, this push that Spirit is going to put you into in order to force you to transform is coming in quickly, because I feel like Spirit is a little fed up with y'all. I just saw 555, so major change. But yeah, there's just like there's some sort of forward movement that you need to be making at this time, you know. And I feel like there's just like the teensiest bit of fear, which I know how you Scorpios like to be about your feelings, but I feel like there's just the teensiest amount of fear, but there's really nothing to fear, just because, you know, there is this financial stability or whatever that's coming in. So it's kind of like you're being pushed into a corner where it's kind of like, well, now everything else is lined up, so what else do you got to lose? Like, you have nothing else to lose. Like, you were kind of it's almost like you were kind of making excuses as to like, no, like, it's not the right time to like do this yet, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, I don't have enough money to just do this, I don't have the resources to do this. And now it's kind of like Spirit is kind of like throwing at you, like, here's the money, here's the resources, here's what you're asking for, now will you do it? Kind of like pushing you into a corner of like, now will you go through this transformation? So yeah, y'all got Spirit a little I don't know, feeling some type of way. But let's go ahead and get into the karma cards. The way these work is that there is 2 sides to the karma cards, actions and outcomes, and then I'll pull 3 cards, one for a planet, sign, and house, and it's going to basically come up with 3 sentences for actions and 3 sentences for outcomes, which is, each sentence is for spiritual, mental, or physical. So, Spirit, for my Scorpios, can I get a planet? What karma are they clearing over these next 3 months? What karma are my Scorpios clearing? Spirit, what karma are they clearing? Come on. Maybe this is a long time coming for clearing this karma, because this is taking forever. There we go. We've got Mercury. Let's get a sign. last but not least, a house. Can we get a house for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising? There we go. In the 10th house. So that might be your sign. You might be a Mercury in Aquarius. It might be in your 10th house. You could have Mercury in your 10th house or Mercury in Aquarius. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Spiritual action, communicate your vision responsibly. Mental action, analyze what's new and different about success. And physical action, let your mind tell you how to use an unconventional way and become a person of power and status. Alrighty, and then spiritual outcome. The awareness of genius to experiment with your destiny. Mental outcome, many thoughts about or from the discoveries of where you're going. And physical outcome, many words resulting from the eccentricity of your career. So I feel like you guys are definitely having, like, clearing your karma when it comes to the path that you're going to be taking in terms of your public image and your career, for sure, because it said many words resulting from the eccentricity of your career. So maybe taking a different path in terms of like where your career is going. You could have, like, especially if you have been contemplating like doing a career that's like more about communicating with people. So like you could literally have like a communications degree, or you could be in like marketing or something like that, social media marketing, or just social media in general, where maybe you're one of those people that just like say yap on TikTok. But yeah, it's just like you are taking a different route to the way that you're going about what you want to do with your career and like where you're going to take it. You may want like some sort of like traditional job when it comes to communications, but the way that you're going to be going about it could be different. You could be communicating your ideas about what you want to do with your career with somebody important, or because of you could run into somebody over these next 3 months whenever you're watching this, and they get you into a conversation about like, like, what are you trying to do with your career or whatever, and you're kind of just like, oh well, I thought about doing this and I thought about doing this, and they kind of give you an idea, like, hey, have you thought of doing this? Have you thought of like instead of getting a communications degree, maybe you start posting like on a blog or something, or start submitting essays, or you start posting like op-eds or something to big newspaper or whatever places, like the Washington Post or New York Times, something like that. Or just something like in terms of like getting your ideas and your words out there in a way that's like different from whatever you've done before, or just different from what the rest of the world kind of expects. But yeah, it's all about, it's really just like something to do with like your fate and the rest of your life, kind of. It's kind of like, which sounds really big when I say it out loud, but it's like something, yeah, very big to do with like the rest of your life. And you know, it's just going to, like, once you get into it, it's going to really change the trajectory of your life in a good way. So yeah, if it happens, I hope you guys will come back to this video and let me know how it goes, because I would love to know. But let's go ahead and see what self-care you need. So for my Scorpios, spirit, what self-care do they need more of? What self-care do my Scorpios? Okay, here we go. I have 4 cards, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are all the cards that came out for, I'm going to show you guys. These are all the cards that came out for Cancer. So Burning Bowl Ritual, Abundance Planning, Beauty Ritual, and Aromatherapy. So if you have any Cancer placements, you might want to go watch that. But I would like to pull something different for you guys. So Spirit, something else. Movement. So yeah, move your body a lot more over these next 3 months. Maybe do some yoga like this person in the card is doing. Go on some more walks, dance, anything that you count as movement, as long as you're moving. Okay, abundance planning really wanted to come out, so double confirmation there, I guess. But yeah, planning out your finances a little bit more, or planning out your abundance things, writing down the things that are important to you, tracking your expenses, if you want, like, building up your savings, just like making plans for, you know, like, like, you know, there's some people that are doing this year like a no-buy year. So they're trying to, you know, cut down on their expense, like their unnecessary expenses. So maybe they're not ordering Uber Eats all the time. So they're cutting off that. Or, you know, instead of just buying products like hair products or makeup or something like that, kind of willy-nilly, they are, you know, unless it's empty, they're not purchasing a new product. They're going to use whatever they have first and then purchase something else. So maybe you want to look into that, like test it out for like a no-buy month and see how you feel. Maybe you want to like plan to save up for a trip. Make a vision board. So yeah, make a vision board. It's like if you're watching this at the time that I'm posting, we just had the spring equinox. We've just entered Aries season, so this is the perfect time to plan out the next year. Because technically this is the astrological new year. So put together a vision board. What do you want to accomplish from the time that you're watching this to the time that's like 1 year from the day that you're watching this? And just, you know, get that together, put it somewhere that you're going to see. One thing that I did for this year was I made a bingo card instead of doing like a vision board, because I tried to, like, I have ADHD, so I tried to gamify it just a little bit. Don't ask me if I've actually completed anything yet. I'm getting there. But yeah, that might be helpful to you to make a bingo card instead. And then we've got connect with the earth. So yeah, get outside some more, put your feet in the grass, ground yourself, go on a nature walk, go on a hike or something. But yeah, just make sure that you're connecting with the earth, touching the grass, feeling the trees, feeling like taking the time to like appreciate the breeze when you feel it, appreciate the sun when you feel it on your skin. Like just take the time to be in the moment of like where you are at in your space outside, wherever you are outside. So yeah, then let's get the astrological influences. Spirit, what astrological influences? Ooh. These ones wanted to come off right off the bat. We've got the 5th house with passion, Chiron with heal, the 4th house with home. Let's get one more. Oh well, Spirit said 2 more. We've got the 9th house with exploration, and the 3rd house with communication. So those placements might be important to you. One, looking into what your Chiron is in. Your Chiron is the wounded healer. So this is like inner child healing, wounded child type of deal. So you might be feeling the effects of your Chiron over the next 3 months. So definitely check where your Chiron placement is and see what house it's in as well, because that's where you've experienced kind of like where you've been wounded in life, basically, or in your past life as well. 5th house, see if you have any 5th house placements. 5th house is Libra, I believe. No, 5th house is Leo, sorry. It was one of the L's. 5th house is Leo, so if you have any Leo placements, that would be really, that would be something to look into. I don't think there's anything transiting Leo at the moment. The only planet, quote unquote, that would be transiting Leo anytime soon is the moon. So you might want to look at the time that you're watching this, when the moon will be in Leo next. Those dates could be important over the next 3 months. The dates that the moon will be in Leo. 4th house is Cancer. So things to do, you could be dealing with things to do with your home, your family life, what you consider to be home, where you feel secure in terms of like home life. I would also look and see in your birth chart like what placements that you have in your 4th house, if you have any, or just what sign is your 4th house. If you are let me go over it for my Scorpio risings. So Scorpio risings, you have, let's see, let me start with the 3rd house. Scorpio rising. Scorpio would be 1st house. Sagittarius. So Capricorn would be your 3rd house. Aquarius would be your 4th house. Pisces would be your 5th house. If you're looking at whole signs at least. Aries would be your 6th. Taurus the 7th. Gemini 8th, and your 9th house would be Cancer. So if you have a different rising sign, then you would have to look at the whole signs and then go based on that. It's just whatever you can just count on your hand up to 12 what the next sign is, with your rising sign being the first house. So if you, for example, like I just said, Scorpio, if you're Scorpio rising, then Scorpio is in your first house. But yeah, so those placements could be important. Third house is like communication, which we were talking about earlier. That is Gemini is the third house, just in general, which is also connected to Mercury. Mercury is its planet ruler. You might want to look into, if you have, for each of these houses, when you're looking at it, what the planet ruler is for each of those signs. It could be important. Those planets, what they are transiting, could be affecting you over also. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a final message for y'all. So final message for my Scorpios, Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising. We got number 2. I am diplomatic. Oh, sorry, Scorpios. I mean to call y'all dramatic. Though as a Taurus, your sister sign, y'all, I know I can be dramatic, so y'all can be a little bit dramatic. It's just on the other spectrum. So let's see, we've got number 7, I am brilliant. Number 12, I am a visionary. And number 27, I am expressive. So, number 2, I am diplomatic. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. Number 7, I am brilliant. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. Sorry. Number 12. Number 12, I am a visionary. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. And then the last one, number 27, I am expressive. Your mind is wide open and you are tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys, my Scorpios. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you like this reading, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell me what kind of Scorpio you are. If you're a Scorpio sun, tell me if you are an October Scorpio or a November Scorpio. I'd love to know the ratio of y'all that is watching this. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscription button and also the post notification bell so you never miss out on my next reading. Feel free to follow me on my social medias. They're all linked down below. I also post readings over on TikTok. I will be getting back to those soon, I promise. If you would like a personal reading, I also offer those in my Etsy shop down below. If you would like a reading just like this the next 3 months, I offer that in my Etsy shop as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for trusting me to read your cards, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.